So we first started coming to Strong Tower with the second service of the church back in '95. We were commuting back and forth from Atlanta. We actually became members in 1997 when we joined and moved here. But we were here for that second service, and I actually thought we were about to wear out our welcome because we would stay with Pastor Chris and Pastor Dorena, and but they welcomed us, so we're grateful for that.
Yeah, we first started coming to Strong Tower, I think it was actually Good Friday of 2021. We'd come through a really difficult season of vocational ministry and some, coming to some realities about our understanding of the gospel and life and ministry and culture. And we knew Strong Tower was a place where diversity was validated and pursued, and that's kind of what brought us here.
I have a friend from college who has been here for years and years and years, and I think the Lord just, with the circumstances that led to him leaving the pastorate during that time, we just felt like the Lord was saying now is the time to come to Strong Tower, so we made the move.
This feels like I don't get enough time because there's so much that we love about Strong Tower. I guess if I wanted to condense it, every time I get up to preach, I end up saying in the beginning that this is the family we chose. And that's what I love about Strong Tower, is that this is a place that, while it may not be safe from the world, it is safe for us relationally. And we love being a part of a community that values the gospel in the way that we value the gospel.
There are a lot of things I love about Strong Tower. One in particular, it's a welcoming church. I feel like if you're trying to hide and not be seen, Strong Tower is probably not the church for you, because one of us is going to accost you with love and say hi to you. I feel like the family is welcomed. You are able to enjoy children's ministry or help with the food pantry. It's been a church that people feel like they're at home.
I think the ministry that's been a lifeline for us recently is the Pursue ministry, the marriage ministry. We've been able to dig in there, and one of the things that we love, and we talk about this a lot, is we get to be mentored by people that have been married longer than we have. We have people that have been married about the same amount of time, and then also people that are younger in their marriage, they have younger kids, and we're able to walk with them. I also think in one season, the elder group was a good community for me, a good lifeline for me, because those were where some of my closest friends were and still are. And so the elder group and then the Pursue ministry.
And I like the way you mentioned the word season, because there have been seasons of Strong Tower that ministries have been more of a lifeline. I remember children's ministry being incredibly important because we were doing community with people. And I remember just people that were older, like Miss Lily and Peggy Southard, and just how they would remind me they are going to sleep through the night. And you can come to church even if you're just exhausted. We're going to take good care of your children. And then I remember the greeting ministry, how we formalized that, and it was just such a blessing to know that when people came in, we knew their name, we were able to welcome them back, and I think it helped make the church flourish.
I was going to say boldness, because our experiences in some of the spaces that we've been in, to have that boldness was a liability and got us basically pushed out of a lot of those spaces. And I think because of the vision 30 years ago, or 30 plus years ago, I guess, for him to create a space like this in this state, in that time, was incredibly bold. And I remember learning that Pastor Chris was an 8, and I thought, well, of course, because my experience with 8s have not been, for the most part, positive if they're unhealthy. And I remember in one of the first few Sundays he referred to being an 8 and being very aware of his tendencies towards that and the way that that can negatively impact people. But I saw very early on the strengths of that boldness. And I still kind of joke that sometimes when he will say very prophetic things, very clear things, naming, calling things out, I joke because I just get, oh, it makes me sweat, it makes me nervous, because I'm like, oh, that was really bold, that was really, and then I think, no, like, I think the scripture, like, he's not giving us a spirit of fear. And I think that's one of his strengths, is to call it and call us into that and say, it's not just him that needs to be bold, and him that has to sit in those horrible board meetings, and him that has to sit in those spaces where he's the lone voice. Like, he wants to embolden us and empower us and say, you go into all your circles and you bring that clear word, and you bring that clear heart of what Jesus is actually really telling us in the Gospels, and not to just shirk back because the other voices are louder. So I think pretty consistently that boldness has been what has been so encouraging for us.
Yeah, I think we know when we're following him, we're following Jesus.
One word, I would say it's refreshing. It's a blessing to be able to serve with people. It's a blessing to be able to be at Strong Tower, and I'm grateful for this opportunity on this side of heaven.